when it comes to like shows that were really big in the 90s and like later in 2000s, X-Files is one of those shows when you come back and like say, yeah. This is what it's all about. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to look at the top 5 scariest episodes of the show. Yeah, this is like, you can have your own opinions on what you find is scary. We all might have a different perspective. So, this is just my thoughts. So, number 5 we're going to be looking at is Die Hand Die Verplitz. Instead, like, basically this one focuses on Satan worshipping high school teachers. In which, as the devil rolls into town under guise of an unassuming teacher.
I didn't want to incite his already clearly aggravated imagination, but there is a weird feel to this place. And maybe there's some truth to those rumors.
I think he incited your imagination. I think this case is nothing more than a murderer taking advantage of local folklore. I mean, there's nothing odd about...
Yeah. Like, see, there were some things that were like, back in the 80s and 90s, there was the idea of the satanic panic and all that, in which, like, say, uh-oh, we better protect the kids and all that stuff. And, yeah, it's, like, the idea of that is pretty scary, in that you think, what could all this all be connected to, in a way? And, like, looking back, it has some ideas that were, like, yeah. 4, in my opinion, was The Host, which was a season 2, episode 2, in which this one was basically a monster of the week, which introduced the monster known as the Fluke Man. Which was written and played by Darren Morgan. And yeah, like, the idea of this monster is pretty scary. And looking back, you think a lot of episodes of X-Files have a lot of things that all make it connected to it. Like whether it was a monster of the week or it would have been a humanoid monster that you go like, that's scary. And you just think iconic when you look back and like say, the Fluke Man? Wouldn't want to run to that in the dark. 3 was Saginarium. Like say, when you think about it, surgery, it's a bit of a scary thing because you're putting someone else's, putting your own life into someone else's hands to like say, hey, will you keep me protected in a way? Anyway, this episode is a doctor who uses black magic to basically, keep himself good while doing plastic surgery. And that idea is kind of in a way terrifying, Someone who you're putting your trust in and your money, and they're going to say, thank you, and doing all that and taking it from you in a way. And it's just...
What happened?
Well, they saved her life.
That idea is kind of scary in a way. And you're looking back about it, and you can understand like why this would be a episode that's just freaky. So number 2 was grotesque. Anyway, basically, like in this episode, it takes a hard look at how Mulder earned his name Spooky, because he always will come back to it. It's basically the episode to do discovers a possible demonic possession as requested by Mulder's former mentor, and like see there's gargoyles and the way Mulder, it goes like, say, he has a bit of his dark side going on and going.
Hello?
Mulder?
Scully?
Where are you?
I'm in Mostow's studio.
Are you with Nemhauser?
No, should I be?
Well, that's who I was calling. He left his number on my answering machine. He said he had to talk to me. Mulder?
Yeah.
Do you know where he is?
I'm not sure.
Mulder, that knife that we recovered from the crime scene, I think it's the same one that Mostow used.
Is this me? Is this not me? Or am I being tempted by all these thoughts and all that? And yeah, David Duchovny does a pretty good job. And number one, I would normally say home, but I feel like, say, having that idea is, like, this should be expected. It is Squeeze, originated the Eugene Victor Tomb. So basically this character, is that basically he is in a way able to contort his body to any way he can. To, get through a room, get through in any way he wants. And yeah, like you say, in a way, a creature, almost it's a monster. It's way a monster of the week. It was the very first one, and yeah, a person who can contort their body and at the same time, and basically that's trying to like attack you, trying to get after you. That is scary. Anyway, like someone where you not know, are you safe? That is terrifying. What's your favorite episode of X-Files you think is terrifying? See you next time.